Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've been trying to fix your money and you don't really know why it's not working out, this live's for you. Hey, thank you for tuning in. I want to give you a disclaimer because I'm not sure how long I'll be live, what's going to happen. So before I came on here, our modem went out. I have no internet at the house. So right now I'm using my cell phone's Wi-Fi to give my computer internet. So I want to just, stick to the plan what I originally planned on speaking about. I want to give you that premise in case it cuts off. So you know. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being patient because I was 2 minutes late. So thank you for being here. Hey. So if I lag or anything like that, definitely let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm just glad I'm able to be here because I was like, not on Tuesday, not on my live day. So first, all right, let's get back to it. So welcome to Talk Tuesday. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time, Talk Tuesday is our weekly segment where we go over tips to help you enhance your finances. I'm Coach D, your financial coach, and I want to help you to reach and exceed your financial goals while still enjoying life in the process. We do that by different lives on different topics every week here on YouTube, 6 p.m. every Tuesday. So today's topic is what you actually need to know about your money. So it seems good. Wonderful. That's exciting. So usually I have my like little notes right here on the side of the screen so I don't have to, look down, but I have my notebook because I'm like, I gotta get ready. So it's gonna be quick because I don't want it to cut off. But hey, thank you for hopping in. So this topic is important because a lot of times we want to improve our finances. This happens when we get the urge and we're thinking about it like it could be the new year and we're like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm getting ready to handle this. I want to, hey, I want to, finally make this budget, or I want to build my savings, or I'm going to, eliminate this debt. We say we're going to do it. We're ready to do it. And we're like, why does it not work? Why do I keep failing at it? Why do I keep having problems? Well, it's because we don't know our numbers. We don't have everything. We don't know everything we should know about our finances to get started. So we're usually acting without having the information. So it's like a saying, I want to just do my budget. I'm going to do it right now and get serious about my finances. And then I don't even know how much money I have coming in. I don't even know, what bills need to be paid. And you might feel, hey, I see the numbers creeping up. So real quick, I want to forewarn you, I'm on my cell phone's Wi-Fi. So if it cuts off, then definitely we'll tune back in next week. But I'm just wanted to do my live because I don't like to miss them. So back to our schedule. So I have I'm going to go over things that we might not know, which are preventing us from being able to be successful when we're ready to take that step with our finances, when we actually decide we're going to handle our finances, when we're, ready to take action. So that's the importance of this live, is knowing what we need to know so we can not have that feeling, because we'll say we're going to work on them and then we don't, prepare ourselves the proper way. And then we get like stressed out or frustrated because it's not working. But it's really not you. It's not working because you didn't do the work in the front end. So I have 5 signs you need to get clear on your finances. So we're going to go over those. So my first one is you don't know how much money is actually coming in for the month. So you might know how much you make an hour. Of course, everyone knows how to calculate their gross income, but it's a matter of knowing how much is actually coming in after your taxes, after your deductions, that's your insurances, after you might have money going into a 401k at your job to save money. You might be like me, paying a buy up on my insurance. So on top of how much I pay for my insurance, I have to pay a buy up. I actually have money that comes out of my check I give to a charity every pay. I have, so just think about it. And I don't have to go down what I have, but just think about the things that you have coming out of your check. Think about those things, because we usually think about our whole number and we think we're going to handle this, we're going to handle this, we're going to handle that. And of course, we want to, and we have the income to do so, but we don't have the income to do so because we're not thinking about what's coming out of it. And it's important to know how much is actually coming in. Another thing we might be doing is we have our money coming in when we get paid. We have some going here, some going here, some going here. And we don't know what the total amount is because this is our working account. This is what we say we're working on. Or this is the one that, when this account runs out, I'm using this account. So you need to know how much is coming in all the accounts, so you know your starting point. And even if you have money going into 3 different accounts, then know that this account gets $40. This is for savings. I'm never touching it. But then at least you can then calculate, how's my savings going? I'm saving $40 every pay. So I'm saving, over 1,000 every year. Was it 1040 every year? We get paid bi-weekly. So knowing your numbers will actually help you to be more successful because you're able to calculate, as far as what your budget goes, not only knowing your income. Look at me, I'm supposed to be going through 5 and I just keep on going. Let me go. What's number 2? Y'all know I don't stay on track. I just want to go ahead and keep going. But number 2, it goes right with what I was talking about. Avoid looking at your accounts. So looking at your accounts. So looking at your checking account, looking at your credit card accounts. That's a big one. Looking at them, actually see what's going on there and actually see what your balances are. So in your checking account or your savings account, all the accounts that you have at the bank, if you have an investment account, whatever accounts you have, look and see what your balances are. And look and see if you have fees coming out so you're aware of them. Maybe you're paying a monthly fee. Maybe your bank account is triggered by, like, your fees could be triggered by, if you don't have this much money in there, you're charged $15 every month. Or it could be $4.99 if you don't have this much money, or if you don't have enough transactions. Like, those are things that are very important to know about your bank account, because if those are causing your finances to fluctuate, you need to know. So if it's requires you to have a certain amount, then you want to make sure that you're putting that certain amount in there. You need to find out if it has to stay in there, or is there a certain day of the month that has to have that amount. So it's important to really know what's going on. So looking at your statement, you'll be able to see actually how much fees are coming out, what the fees are, so you can avoid them. So that's a very good thing for when you're trying to get clear on your finances and actually take action. You need to know, 1, how much money is coming in. We talked about that already. 2, looking at your account so you can see your transactions. See, I'm trying to rush because I want to get everything out before, because I'm thinking that it's going to crash. I gotta. But number 3, you feel anxiety when bills are due. So that could be, when bills are due, and this could be, maybe you're not preparing for your bills. I have to pay this, I have to pay this, I have to pay this. I know the due date of this bill, but I don't know the due date of this bill. Or I have a bill that comes out quarterly and I always forget about that one. That throws me off. Or it could be, my bills are due and it usually comes out on my second check. So I don't know the date it's usually around. So we need to know the date. So we need to know when our expenses are coming out of our account so we can be prepared for them. So that's a big one. Know what's coming out, know when it's coming out, know how much is coming out. And most bills now, they don't want to send you the physical. They want to send you through electronically, or they're charging you a fee if you have your bill still mailed out. So you want to check your statement, see if they're charging you a fee. And if you're someone who's not even opening your statements, definitely put it on electronic. Like, you might not want it electronic, but if you're not even opening the bill, talking to you, if you're not even opening the bill, have them send it to you electronically, and don't waste that extra $1.99, because that $1.99 adds up, however much they're charging you for that paper statement. So look at that. And what was I talking about? Talking about that statement. Oh, when the bills are due. That's what it was. So when bills are due, so looking at your statements, you're able to see if it's always due on a certain date, always on the 4th, or is it always every 28 days? And some bills, they move around. Every month is not the same day. Like, my one bill is sometimes on the 14th, sometimes on the 12th. So, they're not always the same exact date. So we need to be mindful of that so that doesn't mess us up so we don't pay it late. And then, we miss our due date. Then we get the late fee and it can spiral out from there. So we want to avoid that. So make sure we're looking at our statements, looking at our accounts so we can see what's happening. Number 4, we kind of need clarity. Not kind of. We know we need clarity with our finances. If we feel like every time we're saving is like random. Oh, I'll save like $20 this month. Oh, or I saved, $5 last month. And I'm not saying like you're putting in $100 every month and pulling out 95. No, I'm saying if you're only like you're literally sliding the money over to save and you're doing it when you can, when you feel like it, or whatever. When it's random like that, that means we're not really clear on our money. We're not knowing what we have coming in, what we have going out, so we can figure out how much we can afford to save and stay on track and do everything else we have to do and stay the course. So that's something. If you're someone who's can't save, on a regular basis, now, if you're someone who's saving and, like I said, the example I use, you're putting 100 and pulling out 95, then that's a matter of also not being mindful of your expenses. So you're wanting to save, I'm finally going to save. I'm going to, build my savings account up. And then you have to pull it out because you're not mindful of your expenses. And then you go when the bills due. And then either it comes out and maybe it might pull the money from your savings account because you didn't have it in your checking account. It's pulling out your savings. So you weren't prepared for that. You didn't have the money in the account, or it could be, maybe the bill was higher this month, which checking your statements would be able to prepare you for that. So when they let you know the stuff's coming, take a look. Take a look at it. My 5th and last one, I'm glad I get to make it to my last one. So, and this is a big one. This is a big one. Not knowing how much debt you truly have. So knowing I have to pay this credit card, I got the Best Buy, I've got the Walmart. Does Walmart have a credit card? But just I have this card, I have this card, I have this card. Knowing where you have your debts is very important. But if you know where you have it, but you don't know how much you have, that is a problem. So you need to know. So get your notebook out and write down this credit. And this is the beginning of the year. This is the perfect time to do it. And if you have a financial planner, the 26, I don't know where it's at, but if you have the 26 financial planner, it's a spot for you to write it down. You can literally write how much debt you have in there. So, and then it allows you to calculate it and see. Then as you're paying it down, you can tally how much debt you have decreased. But it's good to see, back to business, it's good to see how much debt you start with at the year, how much debt you end with at the end of the year. So take the time. It's January. It's the perfect time to do it. Write out every debt you have and then write down the total balance that you have. So you can see the total, see where you're at. See where you're at. That is a big one because we can't say, oh, I'm going to pay off all my stuff and you don't know where to start. Having the full numbers will help you to create a plan on how you're going to pay it off. So you can kind of set your system up. Are you going to do it the snowball effect? Are you going to do it? And that's my favorite one. And if you're not aware of it, you should, because everybody talks about it. But that's when you have all of your expenses, all of your debts, and you're going to pay your smallest one first with the smallest balance. So if you owe $100, you will pay that one off first. And let's say you're paying $25 a month on that. Then your next bill, you'll take that $25 from the bill one that you were paying bill one, and now you're adding it to bill two. So if you were paying, $100 on bill two, now you're paying $125 on bill two. And then that'll help you to pay it off quicker. And then once you pay off bill two, then now you're taking 125 and added that every month to your third bill. So that'll help you to, you're snowballing and making the payment on the lowest bill that you're going to be working on, making that payment larger. And that'll help you to pay it off quicker, which helps you to feel good. Like, all right, I'm doing it, because you can actually see it. Then you have the avalanche method, which, a lot of people like to use also. And that one is where you're kind of going after the interest. So you're putting all your bills in order of which one you're paying the most interest on. And you're focusing on paying that one off first. So then you would pay that one off. And then you're focusing all of the money onto the next one with the most interest, so that you're saving money on the interest, because interest is a killer. You pay a lot on interest. So, So let me know in the comments who's going to be calculating their debt to find their total amount. I know we don't want to look at it. But who's going to check it out? Who's going to take the challenge? Let me know. I wonder if there's a delay. Anyone? Is anyone going to do it? Anyone? All right, no comments. I don't want to. If you're watching a replay, you let me know too if you're going to take the challenge and do it. It's going to be very beneficial for you. I forced myself this year and did it. Yay! Not this emoji, but you did it. I think I am. You're going to do it. I'm going to follow up with you and make sure you do it. Yes, do it. I know, and that's what I mean. We don't want to look at it. We don't want to know our big number. What we need to know it so we can work towards knocking that number down. We can't knock it down and we can't see our progress. We can't celebrate our success, how much we've paid off and, be happy about it. Scared. I know. And it's hard because, you know how much you owe one card, maybe, but you don't know how much you have on this card, or if you have to use the card and then it goes up after you're working on paying it off. So it's just do it. Rip the Band-Aid off. Do it. See your number. So then you can set a goal, a smart goal of what you're going to pay off as far as your debt. And that's my favorite too. The one that's what I don't want to get into that. I don't want to be like I'm teaching a master class. But set the goal then. How much you're going to pay off this year, or how much you want to pay off for the month, so that you can kind of then see, calculate how much you're going to do for the year, or how much you want to pay off the quarter, or and don't say you're waiting until you're getting your taxes. Make your plans with the income you have coming in. Because I know someone was like, I can just wait till I get my taxes. Nope. Do it with the money that you make, so that your tax money you can do other things with. You can plan that accordingly. And you should also be, thinking about that too. Now, that's not today's topic, but right now you have the rest of this month to start, gathering documents. You should have already started that. Get started. Take time. Look at, the documents you needed last year for your taxes. That can help you to get your start. And then if you want to know a little deeper, I do have a class on my website, enhancingmyfinances.com, or enhancingyourfinances.com, not mine, enhancingyourfinances.com. And you go to my Clarity Corner. There is a live class that I taught, was financial planning. It was actually January last year, but it's still beneficial. And we talked about different deductions for your taxes. We talked about just a lot of tax stuff. So it's perfect for you to do that now or watch that now so you can prepare for your taxes. So I don't know how we got on that, but it is beneficial. All right. So thank you for tuning in. I'm so glad that I didn't miss you all. I was nervous I was going to miss you, but thank you for being here and just support me on my second live of the year. Next week, I'm hoping to be back on the home Wi-Fi, but I'm thankful that I was able to be here via my cell phone Wi-Fi. So thank you. So tune in every Tuesday right here on YouTube at 6 p.m. Eastern for Talk Tuesday, where we go over tips to help you enhance your finances. And I will see you next week. Have a great week.